Hi racing fans, welcome to the Open Gate Show with host Colin Blair. This is Sprint Up. This is a show that you get a lot of inside information and how horses look, how they are prepared for the races. They're at the sea, they're at the track, they're working in the dark, etc. This is a show hosted by Mr. Blair that gives you a lot of good information and great advice. You know what I mean? And if you listen to Mr. Blair keenly, he will give you a lot of heads up in terms of winning exotic bets, etc. Pick 6, pick 4, pick 5, you name it, he got it. It is the most informative local horse racing show in the Caribbean. Big up, Mr. Blair.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Friday, December 17th, Open Gate Show for tomorrow's race card. Saturday, December 18th, 11 races. Time is flying so fast. We just had the beginning of December, and we are beyond half of the month already. We also have an Open Gate Show tomorrow afternoon for Sunday's race card. But remember, rehydrate yourself with pure Pride Jamaican bottled water, pure water we drink. Continue to wear your mask, practice social distancing and sanitizing your hands. As usual, I'll make a commentary before I get into the analysis of tomorrow's race card. The race meeting is for another trainers association. Another association, trainers association that is, who have a name. Well, this one has an history. But for the Open Gate Show host, both associations are not really, as a matter of fact, not doing anything for their members. The Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association was formed by the veteran trainer, Vin Edwards, a man who has done a lot for horse racing. Well, this association, there is day tomorrow. At least they're honoring our hard-working horsemen. And let me add, although there are only 11 races, so they couldn't have more than 11 nominees. Stanley Finley, Wayne DaCosta, Laurie Ozzie, Laurie Silvera, Bobby Hale, Gregory Buckner, Kenneth Mattis, Falbert Mahler, and Nigel B. Nunes. Jockeys Hubert Bartley, Al Gopi, David Nortover, Hubert Anderson, Vassal Najar. Horseman Calvin O'Sullivan, Percival Martin, Eddie Young, are those that have done a lot for our racing industry since the 70s up to their demise. The Open Gate Show applauds yet again champion jockey Anthony Thomas. The year before, he did something that no jockey has ever done. His alma mater, he chartered a bus and took them to the Caymanas Park complex, of which enlightened them to understand more what horse racing is all about. The promoting company, Supreme Fantasy Racing and Entertainment Limited, should follow likewise and have excursions from primary and high schools to understand better the horse racing industry. Why? it would help future people, well, I shouldn't say people, future adults to be a part of horse racing. It's not only a jockey, a groom and trainer, but there are other aspects of horse racing that could build a good career. Recently, Anthony Thomas gave a donation to the sickle cell unit of the University Hospital of West Indies. And, he always, in the Christmas time, gives some support. And, it's a good gesture. And I wish other successful horsemen, as well as the promoting company, should do. Incidentally, I keep on saying the promoting company, SVRL, should do this and do that. And I've been taken to task that I am, anti Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited. No, I am not. It sounds that way because I'm the only one who will stand up to make proposals that could make better horse racing for everyone, not only the top ones and the punters, but for everyone. Anyway, enough said. 11 races tomorrow. Race 1 starts at 11:10 a.m. It is named after the veteran horseman and stalwart pilot Francis. He was a trainer, a owner, and a breeder, and did very well, especially in the area of forming associations and forming procedures that would benefit our horsemen as well as workers at the track. This race is for native-bred fibers and up. It's a restricted allowance race for native-bred who has never won 2 races. 10 declared, 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 1, Shanamani Dance, I should say. A 6-year-old maiden who interestingly gets jockey Paul Francis a boy. And she gets first-time tongue tie. Jockey Francis, Paul Francis that is one of the first jockeys at Caymanas Park in the mornings. And he works a lot of horses. I should remind you that he does very well at this time of year, December. Number 2, Top Gear, last 3 starts, finishing a total of 110 lengths behind the winner. Doesn't say much. The change of apprentice looks positive from Carlton Blake to Roger Hewitt. But for me, that's all that it looks. He has in the past run very well, but the past is the past. I'm not sure he can repeat what he did in the past here, regardless of this poor set that he faces. Number 5, Star Lee, usually gives away a lot at the start. Small horse who has been racing at plenty. Bettered the other top 2 in this race in recent encounters. That was, over 6.5 furlongs on the 27th of November. Lost by a length and a half to Golden Emperor. Star Lee was second. Stacy's Lady was third. That's number 6. And number 9 rather, Black Royalty was fourth. If he can relax, of which I can't see why, he has the advantage for the win here. Number 6, Stacy's Lady, not trustworthy to challenge, leaving the furlong point, even though on the 22nd of May this season, over this very trip of 6 furlongs, he was held off the speed and ran through to get within the head of Monsieur Michaud, was going on to do better with Little Red 4.5 lengths third. Number 8 Moon has been getting support in recent 2 starts, but wasn't a factor in either. The Moon comes out every afternoon. Well, this is the first race, so let's see. Number 9 Black Royalty is fairly consistent and should be a more serious factor now. Number 10, well, now against this poor set. Number 10 Jamaican Storm, last twice, took a lot of betting. Ran okay, but not enough for me to have him as on top. I'm putting him top. Number 5 Star Lee, for number 9 Black Royalty, number 10 Jamaican Storm, number 1 that's Shamani Dance for 4th, and number 3 that's Top Gear for 5th. Second race, name and honor of Ren Gonzalez, a top trainer, a top horseman, a man who has created a lot for the banana industry in Jamaica. In the latter part of his career, he was the Jamaica Racing Commission chairman. When Gonzalez participated in one of the most, if not the most, epic trainers' title. The last 3 race days, Ada Sharp won 5 races and assumed the lead in the Trainers' Championship. With 2 race days to go, and the one immediately following Ada Sharp's 5-timer, Ren Gonzalez scored 5 as well. And it was left to the last race day where Ren Gonzalez came out and top. A man who will be always remembered, especially training sprinters to go a distance of round. First to Fair and Jacksonville are 2 that really comes to mind. This race goes 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters for Nailbait Foals and Up, who's never won 2 races, as well as Imported Foals and Up, who remains a maiden. 8 Declared, number 1 Undecided, fitter now and could get into your low exotics on the board. Number 2 Purposely. Recent start showed some resemblance of what she can do. Gets reasonable support then in that last race, and really looking up a bit better on the exercise track, and attracted Omar Walker. Purposely should be part of the top ones. Number 3 Mali Chelsea has 2 nemesis. Number 2 Purposely and number 7 Toughness that she is yet to finish in front of. Her last couple of races, the odds were long. Paul Francis, the December jockey, is aboard. Mighty Chelsea could be focused now for a good display. Number 5 Expeditious, stretching out with Robert Haldane after running okay on the 11th of December. Sprinting and ran evenly, finishing 5th, 6.5 lengths behind John P., Duke of Springs, and Nina Dorado, who is here once again. Stretching out to a more perfect trip, and with stronger handlings, Expeditious from this informed stable of Michael Anderson could be part of the outcome. Number 6 Blue Epiphany only raced 7 times. 4 of those races were out straight at 4 furlongs. Broker Maiden easily on the 21st of November this season, going 5.5 furlongs by 5 1/4 lengths, pulling away from Run J Run and Oh My Goodness. Could be the fly on the honey in the winner's enclosure tomorrow. Number 7 Toughness ran her heart out on last and just failed to win. That was on the 28th of November, going a mile. Finished a length and a half second to Vice Cherry Pie. Had Mighty Chelsea 2.5 lengths 2 and 3/4 lengths behind, has to be respected again for a top slot. Number 8, Nina Dorado, interesting. Last 7 starts, she got not much support on the board. Seems a slick customer and could be a dangerous contender tomorrow if focused. Tricky race this. Top 5, number 7, Toughness. Number 6, Blue Epiphany. Number 2, Purposely. Number 8, Nina Dorado. Number 5, Judicious. Still, there are others in this race with a chance. Good luck. Third race, name and honor of Dijob. It's the Dijob Sprint. Dijob, a top-class American filly who came here, trained by Vin Edwards and owned by that wonderful Wonderland syndicate who had the ambition of having the top stud farm in Jamaica, which was in Bogwalk, and they've had imported a lot of mares, and were the ones to bring the first Secretariat offsprings to Jamaica. That was Secret, who did very, very well. The Open Gate Show applauds any member alive from the Wonderland group, and really, it's a pity that this syndicate didn't get the time to show their worth as well as accomplish their ambition. This race is for the babies. It's for native imported trio maidens and winners. 7 declared. They go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 3, Baby Like, if the splits for the first 4 furlongs when she won, that was the last time she raced, on the 28th of November, going 6 furlongs. She won by a length and a quarter. First 2, 23 flat. First 3, 34 and 2/5. First 4, 45 and 4/5. First 5, a minute and a fifth. 6 furlongs and 1:14 and 3/5. Well, they were weak. They were stopping in the latter part because they went so hard on last. Baby Like will be having the tongue tie on this time after 3 career starts without. Well, if those splits are anything to go by, then this Maybred filly is the one to beat, especially that she's working well. Paul Francis is on. Debutant, number 4, Lion of Ekati, born the 14th of February, that's Valentine's Day, a dark bay brown colt by Taylor of Ekati out of Indian Conduct by Indian Charlie, Stuart Byfield, the owner, Jason Acosta Trains, Charles Fipke, Birdie Source in the US, Linville, Pickens, McFarlane, the groom, Will, Debbie with Blinkers and Lasix. This US imported horse been working okay for a while, but nothing exciting has been seen. Not all horses show much on the exercise track, but it's what makes it different when in a race. For me, I'm passing on him, but he could be one for your exotics, or he may even win. This horse was in training in the United States on the pony track and worked reasonably well. Anything can happen with these babies at this time of the year. Number 5, Phoenix Sun has speed, but his stablemates look faster. That's number 3, Baby Like. He has settled down more of late, and that's a plus. So I think Phoenix Sun, this well-bred chestnut colt, could be an improved sort. Omar Walker again ride. Number 6, Power Ranking, good sort, but his exercise schedules since breaking his maiden on debut, that's the 31st of October, going 4.5 furlongs in blinkers when he led in pole-to-pole fashion. 4.5 and 4.3 and 53 and 4/5, beating Rapunzel and a gift from Ben. You know, the exercise that he has done since is a concern of mine, especially since that exercise workout on Tuesday, September 7th, when he went 7 furlongs in 1:30.23 in blinkers. Well, I am me, and I am selecting another in this race over this horse, which will be getting a lot of support. Number 7, Fly Message Fly, bettered number 3, Baby Like, and number 1, Pellicula, in that suspicious run race going 5 furlongs on the 25th of October. At 16-1, with female apprentice Abigail Abel, created a mile upset. First half mile in 40 and a fifth. That's the slowest half mile for any 2-year-old race. Race ended up in 1:01:02 flat. That race could be a fluke, as she was green, looking better now. Let's see how she fares this time against those that she had bettered. I'm selecting number 3, Baby Like, from number 5, Phoenix Sun. Number 6, Power Ranking, has to be respected. Number 7, Fly Messenger Fly, in that order. Race 4, named in honor of Delroy Wallace, a former trainer, owner, and breeder, and past president of the Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association. A very quiet individual who is also a businessman and knows his stuff, is breeding, and has been quietly still in our local horse racing, although he resides and has his business in the United States. Delroy Wallace, a fine man, and means racing all the best. And again, I applaud the Jamaica Racehorse Association, Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association executives of really honoring some of our top stalwarts in the last 50 years. 14 furlongs, 1,400 meters, or 7 furlongs. This race for Native Red 4 and up was number 1 4 races, and imported 5 and up was number 1 3 races. 10 declared. Number 1, Blood Fire. I've stringed 3 good races since coming off a hiatus. They got the ambition of having a hat-trick of wins on last when going a mile on the 4th of December, broken, finishing second, 3.5 lengths to Eat and Dance. Had my time known behind. Blood Fire, again, at the services of informed apprentice Andre Powell, and should be one of the top 3 when they pass the winning post. Number 2, Awesome Glitter, if focus can be part of the lower top 5. Number 3, Inevitable. A horse that, well, somehow will be getting a lot of support. And I don't like this horse to win. And, you know, it's a tribute to the entertainer, Edward Brown, also known as Cobra, to his love for horse racing. He owns his horse, and also bred this horse, and and always have his horse presented the best that he possibly can. I don't like him to go out the window. Number 4, Blood for Them Tears, coming off a respite, should need this one. Number 5, Black River, I've been hanging around amongst quite a few of these horses here. At times he'll be in front of them, and at times he's behind, but not far. To win, nah, but will definitely run a good race. Number 6, Thunderstrike, up in grade, and gets onto the Thomas after that fighting battle on the 25th of October when winning by a short head, beating It's a Beautiful Day and It's All High. Loves to be in the pace, but to quicken has not been doing so. So I don't expect this one to win either. Number 8, yet again, will have plenty of pace to chase. Could be the horse to beat. Well, it should be the horse to beat if physicality is intact. Number 9, then be live. Can't say much about that one. Number 10, Don Almighty. Hasn't done well beyond 6 furlongs except on the 7th of June with 57 kilos on Shane Ellis going 7 furlongs. Ran a very good race. Was ahead, second at the furlong point and remained second by 3 lengths at the winning post. Beaten by none other than the inevitable. Very interesting. I don't think he is in that zone now, but it's my opinion. However, if he is in his mettle, has to be a serious contender. Number 8 for me, yet again, from number 1, Blood Fire, number 5, Black River, number 6, Thunderstrike, number 2, Awesome Glitter. We go now to race 5, named in honor of Howard McKenzie, another former Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association president. Howard McKenzie has trained some fine horses in Jamaica. Indian Flame, and quite a number of horses. A man who is much liked in the racing fraternity, a man who is easily approached, and he has left horse racing since the claiming system was introduced and is now running that business quite successfully. This race has 8 horses so far, and they go 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters for choosing up. It's an optional claim race, 250,000, and also eligible will be native bred 6-year-olds and up, who's never won 4 races, as well as native bred 4-year-olds and up, who still remains a maiden. Number 1, My Mum Just, back to the exact distance where she did well, closing from just off the pace and winning on the 30th of October, winning by a length and a half, beating Royal Aviator and number 8 here, Radical Mob, who was a nose behind. Number 5, Storming, has won all 10 career victories with the tongue tie on, and it's back now, tomorrow. She has speed and back class, so maybe tomorrow she comes and runs a capital race. She's due for that after failing badly in the breeding season. Number 7, Twilight Storm, has good form, but should find 1 or 2 his superior. Number 8, Radical Mob, with the expected patient ride from Anthony Thomas tomorrow, she should do better than when she was beaten on last by number 1, My Mum Just, 30th of October. Number 8 then, Radical Mob. Number 5, Storming. Number 1, My Mum Just. Number 7, Twilight Storm. We're at race 6, named in honor of Percival Tomlinson, another who has done well. He was responsible for bringing many-time champion and Hall of Famer inductee, as well as Guinness Book of Record inductee Winston Fanner Griffiths from Westmoreland to Caymanas Park. Percival Tomlinson has done well. His best was a little horse by the name of Chance, and he, as a breeder, he has produced some of the top horses to race here locally. Still surviving, the Open Gate Show wishes Percival Tomlinson all the best. This race, 10 declared, 16 declared rather, 1,300 meters, 6.5 furlongs. It's for native bred, it's the native bred maiden condition race for horses who have never earned 250,000 lifetimes. I'm talking 3-year-olds. Number 1, Dublin, opened at 1 to 9 and last. That's the 21st of November, going 5 furlongs round. In blinkers, figures, and Lasix ended up at even money on the board after the race. Up with the leaders and weakened to be 6th, 8.5 lengths behind legal opportunity. Traditional boy Sticky Don with here. Tomorrow she could be more of a serious factor, as I kind of like how she's looking now since the last race. Number 8, All the Figures, gets the hood on for the first time and looking a bit improved in condition and likely to find a place in your top 5 here. Number 9, Danny Marshall, was quietly whispered on last, 11th of December, going 6 furlongs, showed up in the earlies amongst the lead and faded to be 7.5 lengths fourth. The Big Ben Biden, the good life, and it's what it is. Ran only 3 times, and that last one says so much, especially tomorrow with Omar Walker aboard now. Number 11, Lovecraft, will have supporters, but I'm not on this craft against these, especially at this distance. Number 12, JB Flyer, looking a bit better since last race. Number 13, Sticky On, big, strong colt who will be part of the top 3, and I think this distance will be more suited to. Number 13, another champion, has 5 stars off a sudden for Trainer Patchett, since Trainer Patchett got this horse from Philip Fiani. Well bred in the video, but not conformed the right way, and unfortunately was an orphan foal. He looks smooth for the first time ever to me when I saw him Sunday the 12th of last Sunday in the dark. The 15 little groovy thing should factor somewhere. Take it to task and look okay last Saturday, galloping 7-132 and 4/5 with the blinkers and figure it on. We'll be having figure it on again. Number 9 though, that's my selection. Danny Marshall from number 15, another champion. Number 13, Sticky Don. Number 16, Little Groovy Thing. Number 8, Always Vigorous. Number 1, Dublin, could be part of the low exotics, don't forget that. 7th race, 7 declared, 5 furlongs straight over 1,000 meters straight. This is named in honor of Philip Michael Fiani, OD, a gentleman, a patriot, a man of class, greatness in all aspects, well respected by all. This race is for imported children up, who never won 3 races as well as native bred trios.
Check out KD's Vehicle Headlamp and Restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.
Quite some time ago. I hope this also run well for the sake of Everton Miller. Whatever he has done can be forgiven. Remember, we all ask God for forgiveness. So who is man to give forgiveness also? This also shows the mettle of this great human, Philip Fiani. Number 4, Pretty Cash, sole win without this course. That's the 21st of August. 5 furlongs straight when he led in pole fashion, winning by a head in 40-59, and the 5th beaten King Messenger with here and through Bravado, who was 5 minutes behind. Looked our old self recently on the exercise track, and he's the only one here that can change the 1-2 expected finish of number 5 Super Duper and number 7 Oyster Math. Number 5 Super Duper goes in round 2 from that victory over number 7 on the 27th of September of this course. Betted number 7 Oyster Mass by a length and 3/4. That was off a 5-month hiatus. Has been looking super duper fit since that race, and is expected to fight this out once again. Number 7 Oyster Mass has nothing to complain about in this match race. Whoever leads approaching the furlong point will surely win. Number 5 for me, super duper for number 7 Oyster Mass. Number 4, pretty cash. 8 race has 10 declared. They go a mile over 600 meters for nearly about 4 and up, who's never won 3 races, as well as imported 4 and up, who hasn't won 2. This race is named in honor of Lee Clark, OD. Veteran trainer, former former councillor, and part of the ruling government, Iraqi, was assistant in charge of the public works, is assistant to Mr. Mackenzie. The Clark has done his fair share for our local horse racing, and he was part of the Vin Edwards-led association, Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association. Former assistant president of that association. He's still around. Number 1, Stepping Faith. I'm thinking he will do better at middle distances. So an exotic spot here on the board I'm proposing to you, as on the 30th of November, going 6.5 furlongs. He closed to be 4 and 6 behind Adore Brilliance, K-Boy, and Colbert. Then he could be much more focused now. Dangerous horse. Number 2, China Express, looking sharp en route to his tables after 5 in the morning, as I say, for a top 3 placing. Number 3, XY Soul. 4-year-old is back to form after ages of dismal displays. Good chance for a mild upset from the informed barn of Gary Griffiths. Number 5, My Time Now, claims when dropping in claim by the leading trainer Jason Acosta on last, that's the 4th of December, going a mile for 500,000, finished 3 3/4 and 3rd to Ekin Dance and Bloodfire, who is here. But I must warn you, be careful how you may ignore this horse as a change of stable or even a stall. Even a groom can do wonders. Number 7, No Indemnity, could find an exotic spot. Number 8, Shaboom, Slick Philly, who keeps on failing to win. 36 current starts, 2 wins, 10 seconds, 3 thirds. Got a stronger rider this time and has kept up like a size by trainer Lynch. But somehow I think she will be there, but not in the winners enclosure. That's just my opinion, remember that. She can win. She has 4 legs, and anything can happen. Anyway, number 3, XY Soul for me, from number 1, Stepping Faith. Number 2, China Express. Number 5, My Time Now. Number 8, Shaboom. Top 5, one of those should surely win. Race 9, named in honor of Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association. President Vin Edwards. As I mentioned earlier, this trainer has contributed, or I should say Horseman, has contributed very well for ages to the local horse racing industry in all categories: breeder, trainer, president, advisor, you name it. The Open Gate Show applauds trainer Vin Edwards and his supportive wife, Monica. This race, 10 declared, they go 7.5 furlongs, 1,500 meters, is for the Red Chills, who never won 2 races, and imported Chestnut, who still remains a maiden. This is section 1 of this race. Number 1, Zion, took 1 week to be better next out. On the 28th of November, going 5.5 furlongs, this horse finished 6th, 8 and 3/4 lengths to Prosecco, Morse Code, and Clara's Vision. Came back on the 4th of December, going 7.5 furlongs, this similar trip as tomorrow at 27-1, and led and outbattled Clara's Vision, and it is what it is by 3/4 lengths. Will be running against much better, but remember this horse has only run 3 times and could improve further. Number 4, Buff Bay, gets the ideal distance this time, but as well as a huge pull in the scales. Last from the 11th of December, going 5.5 furlongs, which was much too short, was up with the leaders and flattened to be 3.5 and 5th to Cruella, Ring Charmer, and Just Send Blessings. Now against a majority of horses in this race to compete who have been sprinting and have yet to go this far. Well, Buff Bay, a nice name, especially for some who have assigned this name to some species. 6th, number 6, It's a Boy. Decent winning chance as that run on the 13th of November, going a mile, when finishing 3rd, a length and a half, closing mildly. Curls Affair and Classical R with 54 kilos. A repeat of that makes him the one to beat. Don't you think so? Yes, I think so. Classical Bar came back and won easily in less than 2 weeks. And It's a Bar was just behind that horse. In 3rd, number 7, Positive ID, looking well since last race. Another chance for a top 4 placing. Now, his 3rd start after 3 months hiatus. Getting the informed rider on his money's on. Number 8, Heaven the Glitter, looking in great condition of recent. And surely, as this race penciled out, for having the cameras glittering anyone in his enclosure. Did I say connections and hopes? Yes, I did. Number 9, Legal Opportunity, gets back the cheap pieces, he won in. Number 6, It's a Boy for me, from number 4, Buff Bay. Number 8, Heavenly Glitters, dangerous horse. Number 7, Positive ID. Number 1, Zion for the minor spot. The penultimate race is Section 2 of the Jamaica Racehorse Training Association. And it remains at 7.5 furlongs over 1,500 meters. 11 again declared. Number 2, Fake, can earn the longest spot. Number 3, Kai Alexis, trainer around Derby. Horses are doing very well of late. A decent shot for the top 3 slot. Number 4, Hand of a Lion, stretching out. Number 5, Minded Cat, a back for more brief respite, looking and working well. Gets Red Hot apprentice Matthew Bennett on. The 7, Money Man, caught my eye Tuesday morning of the 14th, looking fluent, which was not the case previously since the summer. Some expected Money Man to run a very good race tomorrow. Number 10, Rusty, taken to task by his trainer Patrick Lynch, capable of fighting this race out. I'm selecting number 10, Rusty. From number 3, Kai Alexis. Number 5, Minded Cat. Number 7, Money Man. Number 2, Fake. Final race, named in honor of Seymour Foggy Mullins OJ, CD, and P. This is a memorial trophy. 14 horses were declared, and they will go mile horses, not meters. Seymour Foggy Mullins, a great human, almost perfect MP. There's no such thing as a perfect MP. But this gentleman, oh, he's such a fine gentleman, a lover of music, and of course, horse racing. His constituency in Finland will surely miss him. Number 2, Supreme Soul, don't overlook, as this is a more suitable distance, and he closed well on last. That was the 12th of December, going 6 furlongs, finishing 2.5 lengths third behind Laban and Legality. The 3 marketers get Shane Ellis, who knows him very, very well. Number 5, Best Daughter Ever, a US importee. Well, I should let me go back. A well-bred US importee by He's Had Enough, by Family Trust, by Belong to Me. This filly is coming off a brief respite in improved condition. It's put on some muscle and is working very well. This filly will ensure a solid pace and could hang on for a top 4 slot. Some railbirds are expecting this horse to win. She can. Number 6, El Professor. Will he be lecturing tomorrow? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Number 7, Superluminal, handicap, back class, and working okay. Could be enough for holding the top 3 place in here, maybe. As the pace, though, will be one he won't be uncomfortable with. He will have to run all the way. If he turns in the stretch, in the lead or abreast with the leaders, he's a determined one. Even a 9-year-old could create some anxious moments from the informed stable of Trinity Ian Passard. Number 8, One of a Kind, won 5 of his 6 outings since early December last season. His 4th start of a 4-month break now, and is working exceptionally well. He has no excuse, even with 57 kilos, as he represents class hair, as he is bettered Nixter and Sentient, going a mile on the 23rd of April. Number 9, Big Daddy, I don't know what to say, but surely one for Eloy Exotics. Number 10, Billy Wiz, super fit trio, who will be up against some seasoned old horses, but ran too good on the 30th of November, going 9.5 furlongs. Just failing to win, lost by a head to Further and Beyond, and had the Derby winner calculus a length and a half behind. Can't be ignored. Hey, those towards are the top 2 steers in the land. At present, Billy Wiz, reliable, 54 kilos, and in form and competent apprentice Martin Bennett will have the reins tomorrow. Number 13, Excessive Force, consistent and could close for a share, seeing that a strong pace will be there for him to run at tomorrow. Jenny upset? I wouldn't be surprised. Number 14, Awesome Treasure, interesting until Thomas has the ride. Number 10, Joe, Billy Wiz, on form. From number 8, One of a Kind. Number 2, the 3rd, Supreme Soul, Dangerous Horse. Number 5, Best Daughter Ever. Number 13, Excessive Force. There are quite a number of horses here. That could be a factor, but that will be left to see. Tricky race card. Good luck to all. Join me tomorrow afternoon when I try to help you selecting your horses for each race. Take care. Stay dry.